Hi, I'm Kevin Pang.
And I'm Jeffrey Pang.
So, Dad, I got a dilemma. I love white sandwich bread, but I also love fried seafood. What can I do to satisfy both cravings?
Easy. Shrimp toast.
What a great, totally unforced answer. We're from Hong Kong, and when we're talking about the food from our city, I don't think you can think of a more Hong Kong dish than shrimp toast.
Hong Kong was a British colony. Shrimp toast is very English and Chinese.
Yeah, it's both English and Chinese. And in fact, our British colleague Joe Gitter, he developed this recipe and he called it sesame prawn toast. He tells me that this tastes exactly like the ones he grew up eating in London, and funny enough, it also tastes like the ones we grew up eating in Hong Kong. What are we gonna need today?
Of course, shrimp.
Yes.
We need 1 pound of the shrimp. Half pound we will chop finely. Another half we will cut into half-inch pieces.
Okay, so here we've got half a pound that's cut into half-inch pieces. We're gonna be chopping this practically into a mince here. So my dad loves using the cleaver. You use this for everything in the kitchen, right?
Yes, we love Chinese cleaver. It do everything.
So the cleaver is incredibly versatile. You can chop it, you can slice it, but you can also turn shrimp into a paste, and you do that by smearing it with the side of the cleaver, right?
Yes. Like
So how do you do that?
So we chop this a little bit. Okay, and press.
Whoa, okay. We should be wearing protective gear with that.
Okay.
So you're pressing it using the weight of the cleaver, and you're helping turn it into a fine mince, right?
Yes.
So what you're looking for is a fairly fine mince. You can smear it as well. And that goes into the bowl. And we're gonna do that with the rest of the shrimp. One of the great joys of this recipe is the mixed texture. You've got the finely chopped shrimp, and then you've also got the large chunk as well. So that's gonna taste really good when you bite it. Okay, now we're gonna marinate this, and what are we gonna need?
Egg white,
So this is 1 large egg white.
garlic, minced garlic,
This is 1 minced garlic clove.
ginger,
Okay, this is 2 teaspoons of freshly grated ginger.
sugar,
Okay, so this is a teaspoon of sugar.
salt,
Okay, and a half a teaspoon of salt. And finally, this is your favorite,
yeah, white pepper.
white pepper. You only need a little bit goes a long way. Should we just add all of it?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll do all of it. Great, perfect. So now we're gonna be whipping this shrimp mixture together. We'll use a wooden spoon. And by whipping it into a paste, we're gonna release the myosin, which is going to create this really toothsome, springy texture when you bite in. It's really something we love, that texture here. So is there a consistency that you're looking for?
You want this to look very sticky.
All right, perfect. And once this gets into a paste, which will take about 2 to 3 minutes, we will get going with the toast. Well, we need bread, of course, and we are using white sandwich bread. I've got 6 slices here, and we're gonna be cutting the crust off, and what we wanna do is cut these into roughly squares. We suggest that you use stale bread for this. Use one that's been sitting in the fridge or kept overnight, because fresh bread's gonna have a bit more moisture, it's gonna fry up a little less crispy, so we like using stale bread. All right, we've got 6 pieces of toast here, roughly square, as best as I can, and now we're gonna smear on the shrimp here. And so be really generous with this.
Make sure they stick on the bread.
Okay, it sticks on the bread, and you really want it to go all the way to the edge, right?
Yes.
Okay, great. We don't want to see any white bread space here, because we like the shrimp. When you were young, did you like to eat a lot of shrimp toast?
At the very beginning, this is for the British guy, not for the Chinese people.
But then the Chinese people actually really fell in love with this dish, right?
Yes.
Okay. I hear that mom really likes shrimp toast too, right? This was what she would get if she got good grades. Like when you buy me like a quarter pounder with cheese for getting good grades.
Oh, yes.
What a great like father-son bonding activity. Smearing raw shrimp on a sandwich bread. All right, shrimp is on here evenly. What is next?
Now we add Sesame seed.
And be really generous. And one thing you can do as well too, here, I'll help out as well. You can press some of the seeds onto the shrimp just so that they stick a little bit better. So this can sit covered in the fridge for up to 24 hours if you like. However, we've not had breakfast yet. We're super hungry, so we're gonna fry these up right now. We're about to turn shrimp bread into shrimp toast, but before we do, there's a couple of pieces of equipment that we need. First, we've got a wire rack with a rim baking sheet, a couple of pieces of paper towel on top. We also have our favorite trusty wok. You can use a Dutch oven as well. We've got oil, about 1.5 inches deep, 350 degrees Fahrenheit. And finally, we've got our favorite, a spider skimmer. All right, so Dad, let's put the shrimp toast into the oil.
Okay.
And you want to be very careful, right?
Yes.
Okay, so we got tongs here, and we're gonna put it shrimp side down, and we're only gonna be frying 3 pieces of toast at a time, because we don't want the oil temperature to drop down too much. You wanna try to keep the temperature between 325 to 350, and how long does this take to fry?
It's about 3 minutes.
Are you looking for a certain color on the toast?
Oh yes, we were looking for the golden brown on the edge.
Okay, so that's gonna take about 3 minutes.
Yes.
So we're using peanut oil today. You can also use vegetable oil, but you actually like peanut oil because it tastes better.
Oh yes, of course. We never buy vegetable oil because vegetable oil is free. When every time we go to the church, we pray, and the Father will give us the vegetable oil, a bottle, the whole bottle.
So you're telling me in the 1950s and 60s in Hong Kong, churches were giving away vegetable oil as a way to get you to come to church.
Yes.
That is both crazy and ingenious. So these look golden brown, and is it time to flip them?
Oh yes.
Whoa, look at that. So now that you flip them, it's not going to take very long at all, right?
About 45 seconds.
Okay. All 6 shrimp toasts have been fried, drained, they've been cooling on a rack for 5 minutes, and now it's time to cut and eat. And my dad's gonna cut it in the traditional way, which is diagonal. Diagonal. All right, great. So go ahead and cut that. As you're plating this, you can garnish this with scallions. I like a little bit of scallions, but my dad, you actually like something else, right?
Cilantro.
You like cilantro. You're a big fan of cilantro.
Oh yes.
Okay,
always.
so I will continue plating this. It can be a little bit haphazard. And do you want to take some of the cilantro? Go ahead and plate it on yours. Look at that. And there you go, folks. Shrimp toast, the way that they do it in Hong Kong. You can serve this with sweet and sour sauce, Worcestershire sauce, chili oil, but there's one condiment that we Cantonese folks love, and it's actually Miracle Whip. Miracle Whip, yes, Miracle Whip. Now, we call it, what do we call it in Chinese?
We call salad jam.
Which means salad
dressing.
Salad dressing, right?
Salad dressing.
But there is a different condiment that you love, right?
I love the Japanese mayo.
Wow, like Iron Chef. This is Japanese Kewpie mayo. We love using this as well, just like that.
Okay.
And I will be rude, and I'm just gonna dig it right in to this Miracle Whip. All right? Cheers. All right, let's try this. It's really good. Deep fried golden bread, shrimp perfectly bouncy, toothsome, great flavor. I love the Miracle Whip. It's a little bit tangier than mayonnaise, right? Yeah. Can anything be better?
No, nothing.
No, nothing. Nothing's better than shrimp toast. Some people love mayo, some despise mayo. Which side are you on? Let us know in the comments below. And for this recipe, go to americastestkitchen.com/pang or scan this QR code.
Thanks for watching. Please like this video and subscribe.